This is a typical day for me in the studio. My cat's always there waiting for me, or at least she comes to join me after I'm already in the studio. That's my baby girl. Every day starts the same. I touch up and try to check the condition of the canvas I'm working on before I actually start to paint it. This is me catching up from last night's work, and I could say I slept around 3 a.m. in the morning, and this is around 8 a.m. in the morning, and this is me picking up where I had left off before. Most of the painting is done. This is just me working on the background of the painting. There's actually a very deep story behind this painting. I'm actually inspired by the similarities that we have in several different cultures. As much as we might like to look at ourselves as in we're different as human beings, at the end of the day, we all stem from the same beliefs and same cultures. Others might not practice them as heavy as they did before, but at the end of the day, we were all at some point doing the same thing. So this painting is just trying to show how, when it comes to dance, that's an African lady and that's a Chinese lady, or should I say an Asian woman. When it comes to any performance of any sort, we all use drums. They come in different sizes and shapes and form, but at the end of the day, we all use drums. And then when you look at the drums that we use, we might drum them differently, but at the end of the day, the rhythm is always almost the same, and almost all the time it's the women performing and not the men. So that just shows you that when it comes to how we appreciate beauty and even entertainment, as digital as it's become today, at the end of the day, the ones in the forefront when it comes to entertainment is the women. We pay crazy amounts to go and watch a performance. So performances have been going on for a very long time. Performances will always be a thing. Even before tech, that's actually what kept humanity busy. Performances would all gather around, watch a performance, either towards, or should I say, showcasing a tradition, a ceremony of any sort, or sometimes just a simple celebration towards something. Even in the movies, we see the Vikings. They always say, after war, let us celebrate our success, bring out the wine and we shall dance. So at the end of the day, we are very similar, regardless of how much we try to differentiate ourselves. We all stem from the same. We're all human beings, all somewhat related. We come in different shapes and sizes, different colors, but at the very core, we're still human. But anyway, enough on the explanation of the art piece. So that was actually the second one I was working on. The first one is the one I'm taking down now. This is me trying to prepare them now so that I could send them off to a gallery that I was showcasing with a couple of other artists. So as usual, I suck at this. This is something I always have to remind myself. Sign the damn work. When it comes to signing the work, I've sent off work before unsigned. So this is something I'm trying to be religious about. The moment it's done, it's dry, I need to sign the front and the back. If you're curious what it is I actually put on the back, is simply my name of the artwork, the year it was created, and my signature at the bottom. Because picture this, some paintings can stay maybe for 10, maybe a decade or two, actually, let me say that, a decade or two, even 100 years from now. How will they know who created it or what the title was called? Because somewhere along the line information is lost. But if you look at the back of the artwork, your information is there. Might rub off a little, but hey, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so this was me just taking them out, taking them off the wall. I'm sorry, taking them off the wall, making sure they're all signed, the frames were ready, me preparing them to be framed, making sure they're dust free and no fur, because trust me, when you have cats and if you're an animal lover of any sort, you have furry friends around, you always have to deal with fur. So I make sure I dust them, I roll them up. These are the ones I'm actually packing away. I'm not sending off everything. I roll them up, add an elastic band, and I have the storage space where I actually place them. I make sure they are rolled nice and tight in a way that I try to avoid the paint sticking onto each other. But these are all paints, so that rarely happens. With acrylics, I've had situations where I roll something up and then a couple of months later, because of humidity and all that, the damn thing is stuck to each other. So I always make sure it's a nice airy space, they're dust free. It helps to also put a paper in between, Okay, had a bit of a mishap, my mic hit the ground, but yeah, like I was saying, place a piece of paper, don't remember what it's called, but it has a fine finish to it. That's nice and glossy, that way it won't stick to one another. That's if you're using acrylics. And then yeah, rolled up and ready to go into storage. So here I am, just making sure the work is nicely framed as I head off to the gallery. Didn't take a shot of them framed though. See you later.